I am terrified right now. More scared than I've ever been in my life.
I'm going to go there. If you don't hear from me, you know what happened.
You got to go on an expedition. That's it.
That's the curse.
Out of the fort, into the grave.
Welcome to Things I Got Wrong, your general trivia podcast with a healthy dose of internet media things. I'm Ryan Bott.
I'm Rachel Miller.
I'm Stuart Hopkins.
And today I'm super excited to have back, just in time for the Halloween Spooktacular Extravaganza. The best scary stuff I could think of would be your own worst nightmares. So from the Still Sleeping podcast, Raylene and Sydney, welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
We're excited to be a part of this again. Yeah, we our dreams are pretty scary a lot of the time. Most of the time.
Every month is a Halloween month.
It really is.
Speaking of dreams and Halloween months, what are your guys' plans for Halloween?
Oh man, we were talking just recently that we have a projector and we're thinking about screening the second Scream movie in our backyard.
Ooh,
for
nice.
some people. So yeah, we just started the Scream series this week with some friends. So it's a pretty fun one to watch with a group.
Yeah, such a good campy party kind of movie to watch. Yeah.
That sounds like a blast. I kind of wish we had backyard, Ryan.
Or any outdoor space at all.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's hard to want to do anything right now with how crazy it is, but probably just eat a bunch of candy and call it a day.
I'm also going to dress up.
M&Ms.
I'm going to dress up on Halloween. I'm going to be a web developer, so I'm going to be Ryan.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
So I will get a plain colored shirt. I will get my hair back in that signature swoop, and I will put on a pair of jeans and a pair of glasses. I'm going to call it good.
I love it. It's
That's
perfect.
awesome.
So if you need an easy Halloween costume idea, there you go. We can all be Ryan.
Easy. I needed an easy Halloween costume idea.
No, you can't be Ryan.
It's going to be awesome.
At best, I'm a pumpkin right now. So I was gonna ask, what in your so everyone always talks about like their best candy, like the favorite candy. What is like the most underrated like dark horse candy? Like what's not bad, like what's not trash, but what's like no one's gonna give it its dues, but every year I'm for it.
Oh, can I go?
Yeah.
I love a Butterfinger.
I
really
love Butterfinger, yeah.
But they're never like the top of the list when you go to the candy store to hand out Halloween candy. Like you always go for the Reese's, the other ones, but you don't say, "Oh, let's look for the bag of the Butterfingers." But you're always happy when you get one.
That's fair. I love Butterfingers. I was gonna say, so like you have to throw out like Necco wafers and some of those things, but like one that's like nobody gives it its dues are Dots. Like they're in your bag every year, but they're good. And I'm all for like chewy, fruity thing. Like it's gonna like rip out your
never
cavities.
got those.
Really? They're like gumdrops. They're really good.
No, I guess I've never had those.
They seal your jaw
fan.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're underrated a little bit more is because you can't keep them a long time before they're rocks.
Yeah. They're pretty bad.
Fair.
I've always been a big fan of Milk Duds, to be honest. Like those are really good to me.
Ooh. Yeah,
Again,
that's a good one.
kind of seals your jaw shut.
I think candy corn, like it's specific to Halloween. I personally really like candy corn. I mean, it's basically just straight sugar,
I
but
do
it's
too.
Thank you.
delicious. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like dried frosting. It's
Yeah,
delicious.
it really is like dried frosting. That's a good description.
I currently have a
thinking-
whole box of the little pumpkins.
Oh,
The pumpkin-shaped ones.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking like Smarties. I don't know how many kids like Smarties, but I like Smarties.
My kids
That
like
works.
Smarties.
I remember eating Smarties a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I was growing up in school, they before the era apparently of germs, they would open it up and like if you got a question right, you get one Smartie from the packet.
Oh,
And
wow.
so you strive to get them right because then you get all the Smarties in the packet if you get enough right.
Dang.
You're the smartiest.
Yeah, I don't think germs existed before 2020.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
not.
I'm
right.
pretty sure they didn't.
I also thought like little pixie stick things, like the powder ones. It's like nobody ever like loves those, but you also put back like a handful of them at a time out of the Halloween bag.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't eat those anymore because my brother got like 30 of them as a white elephant gift when I was a kid. So he's like, here, you take these. Being like 6, I was like, sure, I'm going to eat them all. Right. And it's like, I ate so many that it like burned my tongue. Like it was so much sugar that it like damaged me and I will never eat them again.
Oh God, that's traumatic.
That's
So I won't eat pixie sticks anymore. It's too much.
Jeez, to be scarred. That's funny. We can get some trivia, and this is the very 54th ever episode. And like I said, it is our Halloween Spooktacular special extravaganza of darkness and destruction. And this is a round robin game where all 5 of us have a round for the other 4 to answer. And super excited. And we will get started, as we always do with these, with Stu's round.
Thank you. Cool. So my round is called Curses. It is a round that is about generally cursed objects or locations, both fictional and realistic. And so it's pretty standard. The first clue is going to be more in the form of a riddle. And then the second clue is just a straight up clue for it, just in case the riddle stinks or something. If you get it right on the riddle, you get 2 points. If you get it right on the clue, then you get 1 point. And buzz in whenever you're ready.
Nice.
Alrighty, question number 1. Get your friends and gather round. Who provides the answers is never found. Speak your mind or ask a query, for the souls of the dead are never weary.
Oh.
Rachel.
This is a Ouija board.
It is a Ouija board.
I was going to say that.
Released
Very
in
nice.
1891, surprisingly.
Wow.
Which it wasn't controversial when it was released, but now it's, gone under scrutiny and people, accuse it of being like
everything in this world, we have found a way to recoil against it.
yeah, absolutely. Nice. 2 points to Rachel. Question number 2. Dried and crusty, this severed hand, causing death across the land. User beware, speak your wish, and suffer despair. 3 wishes is all it takes to meet your doom and seal your fate. Dried and crusty.
Scared.
I mean, they're cursed objects. It's a Halloween episode.
Okay, question. Weird question that's a little bit unrelated to your question, but totally related to your round.
Sure.
Are curses and blessings the same
Real.
thing? Because, okay, so hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it's just a thing to get an outcome. We call it a curse when the outcome is bad and a blessing when the outcome is good.
I mean, no, not quite.
Okay.
Right? Because these are actually things that are these are all negative things, generally, right? Or associated with negative sort of things, right? So this is an object, dried and crusty, this severed hand, causing death across the land. User beware, speak your wish, and suffer despair. 3 wishes is all it takes to meet your doom and seal your fate. You guys want the hint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is an object from a short story written by W. Jacobs in 1911. It's seen many different interpretations, including being inside the Treehouse of Horror series in The Simpsons. This is an object from a short story written by W. Jacobs in 1911. It's seen many different adaptations, including being in the Treehouse of Horror series in The Simpsons.
The hand and the 3 wishes are throwing me off.
Yeah. If you know it, you know it, but that should give it away.
Sydney?
Oh no.
Sydney.
Is it monkey's paw?
It's the monkey's paw.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't
nice
remember who
job.
wrote it.
Yeah. The severed hand, right? You make a wish and the finger curls up and then it, comes
Yes.
back to bite you sort of thing.
Yeah.
Very creepy, very cursed.
Nice.
Nice. 1 point. Question number 3. Don't open it and read what's inside, or else you'll release something terrible from the other side. Filled with incantations and spells, this Book of the Dead does more than just open the gates to hell.
Oh, I know what it is. I cannot recall the name.
Ryan?
Ryan.
It's going to be wrong because you said book, but Pandora's Box?
It's not Pandora's Box, no. It's a good guess, though. Don't open it.
Sydney?
Sydney.
Necronomicon?
It is the Necronomicon. Nice work.
Nice
Man,
job.
I guess I know my cursed objects.
It's a fictional book written by H.P. Lovecraft.
Nice.
Nice. 2 points to Sydney. Question number 4. 45 carats guarantees it's not fake, but wear it and your life will be at stake. On a crown, you'll lose your head, and on a necklace, everyone you love will soon be dead.
Rachel.
Rachel.
I think this is the Hope Diamond.
It's the Hope Diamond.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Everyone who's associated with it has died.
Has died. Right, exactly. Like royalty has been, right, like it was in the French royalty family. I can't think of their name right now, but yeah, they were all beheaded from it, or at least after owning it. So
Is it because other people are going after it, or they miraculously get like final destinationed?
it's more that they get final destinationed. Yeah, it's like traded hands to like collectors who like either they've died from it or they've gone into like complete poverty, right? They're like lavishly rich, and then yeah, they completely end up losing all their money or whatever it might be, or they get super sick. Most of them die. So that would be the Hope Diamond. 2 points to Rachel. Question number 5. Respect the living and honor the dead. Do not disturb him or you'll lose your head. Wrapped up tightly with things long past, the decision to disturb his slumber will be your last.
To disturb his slumber.
Respect the living and honor the dead. Do not disturb him or you'll lose your head. Wrapped up tightly in things long past, the decision to disturb his slumber will be your last.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Is this King Tut?
It is King Tut.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice job.
All of those who interacted with him after the discovery, well, not all of them, but a vast majority of them died. 2 people's houses set on fire. Like a lot of people got sick or like had heart attacks and died, like very spontaneous, weird deaths shortly after the discovery.
I assume because there is no good bacteria buried deep within a tomb like that.
Right, that's true too.
Yeah,
Right.
that's probably fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. 2 points to Ryan there. Question number 6, and the final question of the round. Whether by sea or air, travel safe and take care. Captains of all sorts avoid this place with 3 points. And that doesn't rhyme. Captains of all sorts avoid this place with 3 points and
That's
3
the
sides.
Rachel.
Raven.
Right.
We'll do like an everybody.
Sure. I thought
Okay.
you were still going.
No, it's a short one. I thought I put a rhyme at the end of that one. Sorry. Alrighty. We will start with Raylene and Sydney.
The Bermuda Triangle.
I was also going to say the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay. Ryan and Rachel.
Ditto.
Yeah, I put a B in a triangle.
Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, legend has it that traveling through here is dangerous and will likely cause mysterious disappearances or deaths.
So,
Is that 2 points to everybody then?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I was gonna say in either, I think it was 3rd grade. It was 2nd or 3rd grade. I remember like one of my close friends during that time. Like we had a pact, and we were looking at Bermuda Triangle, and we told each other. And my friend, I can't remember his name. It's been a long time, but I remember when we sat around a desk. He said, "I'm gonna go there. If you don't hear from me, you know what happened."
Oh my god! That's
And I don't remember his name,
That's
and it's been 20 years, so I assume he's lost to the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine,
that's a
but-
safe assumption.
That's probably why you don't remember his name.
Probably.
Right.
Oh, he was erased from history. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
That's
You
the
got to go on an
curse.
expedition. That's it. I mean,
Yeah,
the only
there's
thing that makes
a
sense.
curse outside. There is a real curse outside right
Well,
now.
Luckily, you know a Nathan Drake, so
That's true. He
got
could lead the
something to
expedition.
do.
Yeah.
Some charting that needs to be done.
awesome. That's 2 points to everybody, and that ends the round.
Nice.
That was
I'll never
great,
forget the
yeah.
look in his
Excellent.
eyes when he told me that.
Dead serious.
That And Rachel, it is your turn.
Woo! Okay, so guys, I need you to know how much fun I had making this round. This was going to be a blast. So in this round, you guys are going to be asked to supply a nickname. In keeping with the Halloween theme, I want you to give me the nicknames of these serial killers.
Great. I love it.
Okay.
Each nickname has a relation to something generally considered within the realm of Halloween, so keep that in mind. There are limited clues for each person. However, each of these individuals has had multiple films made about their lives and crimes, and they are highly recognizable in popular media.
So all 6 are not Stabby McJorgensen?
No, I'm sorry, Ryan. That has no relation to Halloween. Okay, so an example question would look something like this. Richard Ramirez was convicted of 13 murders involving home invasion in the middle of the night in the San Francisco and Los Angeles areas from 1984 to 1985, his nickname stemming from his method of attack. The answer is, he was the Night Stalker.
Okay.
Invasion, he would
Got
stalk
it.
out the homes. Invasion in the middle of the night. I'm giving limited clues, but you should be able to get there. These guys are pretty famous. I specifically chose very famous ones. You guys ready?
Ready.
Let's do this.
Okay. Question number 1. Albert Fish was known by these 3 names, one of which is related to his targeting of children, as they pertain to his 3 confirmed murders and upwards of 100, which he was suspected of committing in the early 20th century in New York City.
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Is this the Central Park
It's
Killer?
not. It is
Okay.
not. This one's a little
Raylene?
close. Go ahead, Raylene.
Oh, sorry. Candyman?
It is not the Candyman.
Jesus,
That's a good
It's
guess.
a scary name.
Yeah.
Right.
Albert Fish was known by these 3 nicknames, one of which is related to his targeting of children, as they pertain to his 3 confirmed murders and upwards of 100 of which he is suspected of committing in the early 20th century in New York City. I have 3 nicknames listed. You only have to give 1.
Oh, not a 3-word name, 3 separate nicknames.
Yes, I apologize.
Got it.
Okay.
Any
That
guesses?
doesn't make it any easier.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Well, the 3 nicknames are 1, the Werewolf of Wisteria. It's one of them. The
Ooh.
Brooklyn Vampire. And then the third one is one that was, in my understanding, was actually coined. A term that was coined because of him, which is the Boogeyman.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Thus the
Pick a
relationship.
lane and stick with it. Vampires and werewolves and boogeymen.
Yeah, he got all the good ones.
Right?
Save some for somebody
There's
else.
nothing
man.
left.
Well, question number 2. Lonnie David Franklin Jr. was convicted in 2007 and died in prison in March of this year, following his conviction for killing 10 women in the Los Angeles area in the mid-1980s in a string of crimes that earned him this nickname due to the nighttime activities associated with the crimes. Note, I chose this one because he was in the news highly earlier this year. This might be harder than I thought.
just
Never heard
about
that
serial
before.
Killers.
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't think it's it, but is it the Black Dahlia murders?
No, the Black Dahlia murder is one specific murder that happened, I believe it was either in the 1920s or 1930s. It is one person, and she was known as the Black Dahlia.
Ah.
I like
Stu?
true crime. Go ahead, Stu.
Is this the Zodiac Killer?
It is not.
Ooh, that'd be a good guess.
That's still
Good.
unsolved, right?
Yeah. So what's interesting about a lot of these is there were overlapping serial killers operating at the same times, which of course made it much harder to solve.
And much scarier to be outside.
Yeah, right?
I
2 of
don't
these have
recommend
happened
looking
in
up.
LA.
I don't recommend looking up these statistics. So this is actually the Grim Sleeper.
The Grim Sleeper?
Okay.
So every one of these has a relationship to Halloween.
He doesn't sound so tough.
Sounds
Yeah, right.
sleepy.
Right.
Question number 3. This one is a bit recognizable here in Chicago. Among the most famous of Chicago's serial killers is John Wayne Gacy, who is known to have killed at least 33 men and boys from 1972 to 1978 after gaining their trust through a method now associated with the macabre, contributing to his favorite nickname. Following several unsuccessful appeals, Gacy was executed in 1994. Everyone knows this one. I know.
Oh my God.
I was going to say,
think
I
of it.
know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name.
Yeah. Same.
This
Is
method.
he...
Go ahead.
Oh, if it's a method, I was just going to say the Hyde Park Killer.
No.
But
Halloween, Ryan. Halloween.
Jack-o'-lantern crusher person.
You're closer than Hyde Park Killer.
Scary clown killer.
Actually, was that Raylene or Sydney? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's Raylene.
Raylene, I'm going to give you a point for that one
Woohoo!
because his
Whoa.
nickname was the Killer Clown.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
I knew it
gonna
was
say
a
that.
clown. I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure like what his actual nickname was. But okay, scary
Yeah.
clown
What-
killer.
Was he
Yeah.
from outer space? Is he...
So that one's very interesting. Lots of movies from that one.
Yeah.
So this next one was actually what I thought was going to be the hardest one in the round. But apparently this whole round is very hard.
It's okay.
Question number 4. In the 1990s, Keith Hunter Jefferson earned this nickname for the morbid and lurid symbol he drew on communications sent to the media, police, and prosecutors who were investigating his later confirmed killings of 8 women in the early 1990s throughout the United States, for which he is currently imprisoned, after these investigators were investigating the wrong person.
Whoa. Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Is this the Zodiac Killer?
Zodiac is unsolved.
I know because we just mentioned that a couple minutes ago.
Any other guesses?
I mean, I'll take a stab at it.
Yikes.
Is it like the Joker?
No, it is not.
I thought something like that too. Like
Yeah, because the symbol. Yeah.
And Raylene or Sydney, did you guys have a guess?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. This is known as the Happy Face Killer.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's sweet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is very famous for the big smiley faces drew on everything.
Oh, that's unnerving.
That is very annoying.
Very unnerving.
Not a fan.
Okay. Question number 5. Harold Shipman was an English physician convicted of killing 15 of his patients, although the true number may be nearer to 250, earning him his nickname by his choice of victim, which was from 1975 to 1978. Actually, excuse me, 1975 to 1998.
I have no idea.
Oh,
By
Raylene?
his...
Go
okay.
ahead, Raylene.
Angel of Death?
I will give that one to you. That is one of his. His biggest one is Dr. Death,
Oh, Dr.
Mm.
Death. Okay,
Oh.
yeah, that makes
but-
sense.
but Angel of Death is one of his other nicknames. So 2 points to you.
Thank you.
Is that the
By-
one? I was gonna say, is that the one that has like the whole office is set up for like killing people, and like he would,
Was
or is it? I felt like that was maybe like in the
Dr.
18.
Kevorkian.
That's what it was. Thank
That
you.
was the assisted
Yeah.
suicide.
Yeah.
That's right.
This one is a guy that would purposefully give people the wrong drugs, enjoyed watching people die, like would convince people they needed injections when they didn't so that he could.
So, fun fact, I went to a museum that had Dr. Kevorkian's van, so I've seen it in person. Super creepy.
Oh.
Oof. That's super,
Super
creepy.
creepy. Yeah, it's weird.
So now I got to know, which museum is it?
It is Zach Bacon's museum in Vegas.
Okay.
Wow.
All right,
yeah,
we're going
he
there
has
next
it.
time.
But, yeah,
Imagine-
it's a really interesting museum, Rachel. I think you would really enjoy it.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a haunted museum tour. It was like an hour long, very fun. Also highly disturbing.
I believe it.
Imagine trying to buy that van. Like he had to hunt that down. Like that didn't like come across his way or anything. Like somebody was like, I want to go buy the serial killer van. Like,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
that
pay a
sounds good.
premium for
I'm gonna
it.
pay a premium for it. Right.
Yeah.
It's like that's insane. But I mean, I guess, it's an attraction.
Yeah,
Still.
it makes you money.
Right.
There's a little bit of damage to the carpet. Don't mind. It's like, no, I'm for it.
God.
Okay. Question number 6. Last question of the round. Fred and Rosemary West's gruesome choice of venue for their at least 12 murders in England that occurred from 1967 to 1987 resulted in their nickname. Think really Halloween.
Stu?
Go ahead, Stu.
Jack the Ripper?
It is not Jack the Ripper.
Okay.
Any other guesses?
Halloween for an English location.
Okay, I'll give a little clue that I don't have written down there because I think everyone can do it. What is an activity that you do on Halloween that is not trick-or-treating?
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
The bobbing for apple killer.
That's exactly where mine went.
I'm sorry, but that's not right.
I know what it is, but I already had my guess.
You can go ahead, Stu.
Is this like the pumpkin carver or the jack-o'-lantern carver?
No.
Okay.
Raylene, do you have a guess?
The vandalizing people's houses killer.
Okay. So the answer here is these were the House of Horrors murderers.
Oh.
Yeah. So this was the closest ones I could get to like a haunted house one.
Yeah, no, I think that works.
Nice.
A little bit harder round than expected. Ryan, where do I score stand?
Interesting
Really?
stuff, though.
Yeah.
Killed it with that one. I have Stu just holding down the fort. Myself with 4, Raylene with 5, Sydney with 5, and Rachel with 6. Still holding on to a tightly contested lead.
Woo.
But we'll go to the still sleeping team. So Sydney, it's your round.
All right. Okay, so I did like famous haunted locations, and I will
Nice.
give you one clue first, and if you can guess like the place, then I'm thinking that's worth 2. But if you can just give me like the area, then maybe it's worth 1.
Sure.
Okay. So question number 1. This colonial revival style hotel first opened in 1909 and features 420 rooms, plus ballrooms, dining areas, and an underground cave system. It is said that tourists have captured ghostly figures on its grounds, and some rooms are said to have activity such as footsteps, furniture moving, and a cowboy who appears at the corner of the bed.
Pay extra for that.
Rachel?
Ryan, first of all, Ryan, I don't think that's the kind of cowboy you're talking about. Is this the one in Estes Park, Colorado?
It is. It's the Stanley Hotel.
Oh, that's what I was thinking too, where
Estes
The
Park,
Shining was
Colorado.
filmed.
Couldn't remember the
Yes.
name. I've only driven past it.
The second clue probably would have given it away. So question number 2. The seemingly serene forest at the foot of this country's famous mountain has a deeply tormented past with over 500 reported deaths since the 1970s. Some blame this trend on the forest's association with demons from mythology. Others say it is due to large underground deposits of iron which interfere with the magnetic field.
Rachel.
Stu.
I heard Rachel first.
Is this Mount Fuji in Japan?
I will give that to you. It's at the foot of Mount Fuji, yes.
Oh.
This is the suicide forest, or
Oh,
the,
yeah.
I'm going to probably butcher this, Aokigahara forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then question number 3. This famous home is described as a Victorian labyrinth comprising of 4 stories, 160 rooms, 10,000 window panes, and 47 stairways. It was built with features such as staircases leading directly into the ceiling and windows opening onto secret passages.
Really?
Raylene?
The Winchester Mansion.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
Nice
exactly
job.
right. This is in San Jose, California. So it's 2
I was going
to
to say
Raylene.
Hogwarts.
Yes, that also works.
Yeah, I think that's also accurate.
Well, you're not wrong.
Question number 4. This haunted ship had a brief stint as a warship in World War II and served as a luxury ocean liner from 1936 to 1967. During that time, it was the site of at least one murder, a sailor being crushed to death by a door in the engine room, and several drownings in the ship's pool.
Raylene?
Right.
Raylene?
Oh.
Oh, I heard Raylene.
All right. The Queen Mary.
It is the Queen Mary.
Nice
Oh.
job.
I was not going to say that.
You know, it's currently a hotel, which you can still stay at.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool.
I kind of want to go there.
I know, yeah. I'm kind of
Right.
all about these places.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy doors.
You gotta watch out for those. They'll get you.
Okay. Question number 5. This home of horror is said to have haunting evil spirits that can persuade residents to commit crimes. One family's stay only lasted 28 days before moving out. It is said to have had green slime oozing from the walls, foul odors, and people levitating in their beds. These events inspired a 1977 novel and a later film of the same name.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Is this the Amityville house?
It is.
Nice
Good job.
job.
Those creepy windows that look like eyes.
Oh, yeah.
That movie creeped me out.
I remember watching the newer one and then watching the remake, and I can't remember if it's an owl or a cat, but I just remember laughing as it like bolts in through the window as like a scare.
It's great. Okay, so the last question. This underground structure spans 500 miles and has been a paranormal curiosity since its creation in 1786. It is famously known for a camcorder recording of a man becoming disoriented and scared before dropping the camera and running away from an unseen force.
Stu.
Stu.
The French catacombs.
Yes, these are the catacombs of
job.
Paris.
Or
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
of Paris.
Ryan and I were in Paris and we didn't go to them, and I'm still kind of sour about that.
Oh,
You'll
You
go
can always
back.
go back. Yeah.
that's true.
Should make a trip just for the catacombs.
Yeah. Maybe not
So
right
then-
now, but later.
Yeah, well, I mean-
absolutely.
I mean, just go hang out with the dead people.
It's
Still
probably
be
safer
welcoming.
down there anyways.
That's true.
Right.
That was fun.
Nice
I'm all
job.
about
Yeah,
haunted
that,
places.
that went a lot better than I thought. So that's good.
That was a great round. I have scores at myself with 4, Raylene with 9, Sydney with 5, Rachel with 10, and Stu with 1 foot out of the fort at 2. 1 foot into the catacombs.
Out of the fort, into the grave.
Into the grave, yeah.
What a metaphor for life.
Oh, yep.
Raylene, it is your turn.
Okay, awesome. Very excited. So I kind of split my round, 3 questions and 3 questions. So the first 3 are kind of doing their own thing here. So hopefully this goes well. Basically, the first 3 questions are going to be kill count questions. So I based all my questions on horror movies. I'll give you the name of a horror movie and a brief description of the horror movie. And you guys will try and guess how many people were killed in the movie. And the closest person without going over the kill count gets the point. If you guys are ready, do the first question. So in the 2011 slasher You're Next, the daughter of a doomsday prepper joins her boyfriend for his family reunion at a remote vacation home. The family is attacked by a group of masked assassins armed with crossbows and machetes. How many people are killed in this film?
I have never seen You're Next.
You should. It's good.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, Ryan, we should watch a horror movie together. It'll go well.
Crossbows and machetes makes me think that there's probably like an island's worth of people. But I have no idea.
Okay, so should I call on each of you and have you lock in an answer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We'll start with Sydney.
12.
Okay. Rachel?
So I was actually going to say 11 and a half because I think one of them's an animal.
Okay. I'll take it. Stu?
8.
Ryan?
I said 18.
Okay. The number was 15.
Oh, nice job.
So Sydney was the closest
Sweet.
without going over. Question 2. In the original Final Destination from 2000, high school student Alex has a premonition of the plane he just boarded exploding after takeoff. He causes a scene and is escorted off the plane with several classmates and a chaperone. How many people are killed in this film? I'll give you guys a second. Rachel, we'll start with you when you're ready.
I'm going to go ahead with 4.
Okay. Stu?
6.
Ryan?
The plane almost shook me. I was going to go for a super high number.
Yeah.
I went with 24.
And Sydney?
7.
Who guessed the highest number? Sorry.
I said 24.
Okay, so Ryan's going to get that one because the kill count on this movie is 292. 287 passengers die on the initial plane explosion. At the
So
beginning of
there
the
was a
movie.
plane crash.
There is, yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was like a premonition. So it
Right.
He
didn't
does have a
happen.
premonition, but then
but
it still
does
happens.
actually happen. Yeah,
It's
you're
just
right.
they don't die,
You're right.
and then
See, I thought it was a trick
death tracks
question.
them all down. So
Gotcha.
it wasn't a trick question. Those people died, and they were counted.
I was gonna say 7, and then you said a plane, and I was like 250, and then you said everyone got off safely at first. Well, you didn't say safely, but everyone was escorted off. So it was like way back down.
All right. The third and final of the kill count questions. In the 2012 horror comedy Tucker and Dale versus Evil, 2 well-intentioned hillbilly best friends buy a vacation home of their dreams. But for some reason, a group of crazy teenagers seemingly keep committing suicide. How many people are killed in this film? We'll start with Stu, whenever you're ready.
20?
Okay. Ryan,
I said 50.
Sydney,
13.
and Rachel.
Well, that last question has me all sorts of confused, so I went with 31.
Sydney, you're right on the nose with this one.
Yes.
You got the
Nice.
exact right amount.
Nice.
It was 13 kills. That's a
Well
very
done.
funny movie that I didn't watch until last year, I think. I was, completely surprised by that movie. Super fun watch.
It's very funny.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so the last 3 questions that I have are just still based in horror movies, but just regular trivia questions. So first person to buzz in. The Shining, 1980, directed by Stanley Kubrick, based on the Stephen King novel, inspired the 2012 documentary Room 237. Room 237 delves into suspected social interpretations and hidden meanings within the film The Shining. Name one of the suspected social interpretations or hidden meanings. So there's multiple answers to this, and I'll accept any of
I
them.
forgot the word. Ryan?
Ryan.
Like premonition?
No, I don't think that's quite close enough
Okay.
to any of
I'm just
this.
throwing out words, so don't.
Yeah. No, you're fine. So this is like kind of like what the documentary deals with, like what weird things like and interpretations that people think Stanley Kubrick hid in this film.
I just think of groundskeeper Willie and like the shenanigans.
I saw a YouTube
Anybody?
video about this and that like went over the different potential like hidden meanings in the film and stuff. I just can't
Yeah.
remember it. It was like a year ago.
It's just very interesting.
Yeah, I watched like half the documentary, which is like helping me now.
Okay. Do you guys want to know the answer to this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of the hidden meanings that people think are the cultural assimilation of the Native Americans. So there's all these like hidden things, like there's this baking powder can that says Calumet on it, and it has like an Indian chief, and like there's all these like Native American like paintings and stuff on the walls, and it's supposed to be like, every horror movie's like it was built on an Indian burial ground.
Yeah.
So another one was that Stanley Kubrick made this film to secretly tell people that he helped fake the Apollo 11 moon landing footage.
Wow, that's intense.
So that one's pretty
funny.
fun. There's a lot of
Why?
stuff like referring to the Holocaust in it. Like people get
Mm.
really deep into this. The symbolism and things that they find in this movie is intense. And just like generally like genocide, like the genocide of people in general, like a power play. So
So all your standard horror movie tropes.
just standard,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is the moon landing one people saying like, if you look at the shot, the light doesn't have a shadow. Like you couldn't do that in the
Well,
moon.
it's yeah, I think it is those kind of people, but they're talking about like how Danny in like one of the scenes has like a like an Apollo 11 rocket on one of his
Oh.
sweaters, and he's like they're like room 237 has some correlation to like a studio where people are suspected that they shot this. And
Right.
yeah, I mean the conspiracies go deep, Ryan, so
As
deep.
as they're so wont to do.
So, question number 5. What 2016 Korean zombie movie became the highest grossing Korean film in Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Singapore? Its spiritual successor, Peninsula, was released just this year.
Sydney. Train to Busan?
Yeah, you got it.
I
Nice
really
job.
struggled to get that out.
Yeah, so I think it's not going to be available. Peninsula isn't until November here on DVD, and then I think Shudder is picking it up in like 2021. So
Oh, wow.
I'll be interested to check it out. All right, last question. This horror franchise centering on a witch coven and a demonic entity named Toby may have you too scared to turn out the lights.
Sydney. Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
I knew that one.
Toby. It's just like the least threatening demonic name you could come up with. Toby. There's a lot of
Nice.
fun trivia for that one too. Like I was like reading through all these different things. Like it's kind of that movie was done kind of like Blair Witch, like the first one, where it's like they just
Super low
gave them like
budget.
and they just gave them like talking points where they were like, this is kind of what you're going to talk about, but there was no hard script.
Right.
They filmed it at like the writer's house on like his home video camera.
He's got a nice house.
He had it remodeled specifically for the movie.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That a
it's-
tax write-off as a work expense?
I gotta
It is.
imagine, right? Yeah.
I wonder what you make different. Like the rooms are all longer, so you can fit.
So he said there was no railing on the staircase. So
Oh.
they put up railing.
That seems dangerous.
That
Right, I
actually
was
seems
gonna
worse. But I don't know. And then, like he said, all the rooms were white. So he painted.
Sounds like he just wanted to remodel.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah, I'm filming a movie too. Can we get like new tile in the bathroom? And everything? That's
The
awesome.
best excuse to get somebody to pay to remodel your house I've ever heard. I think I'm going to need to film a horror movie in my house.
I definitely need ones that where the shots are going to focus on the baseboards.
Yes, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
But that's awesome. Those are good. Going into the final round, I have it is mostly very close. Myself with 8, Raylene with 9, Rachel with 10, Sydney with 13, Stu with 2, 1 foot out of the fort, and we'll go into my round, the final round, and so we've had curses and murders and horror. So we're gonna be even scarier than all of that. My round is about M&M's candy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this round.
As you should be. I gave you all a bowl of M&Ms, and one of them is poisonous.
I knew it.
You would.
M&M roulette.
So I have 6 questions about M&M's candy, and in part from researching the M&M's website itself and some other research. There's some fun stuff here. So I think all of these are just going to be general trivia, so call out when you know it. Question number 1. M&M's were named the official candy of what year based on its Roman numeral similarity?
Oh,
Rachel.
2000?
Yes.
Wow.
This would be the year 2000, where the Roman numerals would be MM.
Okay, so I was just thinking of the one M on the candy, and this is literally my train of thought. It can't be the year 1000. So that's my train of thought.
Perfect.
Yeah, Ryan, you want to know how A to B my brain is? That's how we got there.
The first original dessert. Yeah, according to M&M.com or MMS.com, M&Ms were the official candy of the year 2000 based on their Roman numeral MM. 2 points to Rachel there. Question number 2. What movie, after failing to get the rights to use M&Ms, notably used Reese's Pieces instead, creating a huge surge of demand for them in the 1980s?
Stu.
Stu.
E.T.
Yes.
Nice job.
This would be the iconic E.T. laying the pieces out. And supposedly, they went to Spielberg went to them and the M&Ms didn't want to use them, thinking it would be a liability or a flop or something like that. And ended up creating a huge surge in Reese's Pieces sales. So good on them. Actually, I was wrong. So there's one question in here that'll be a little bit different from the standard format. Question number 3. The M&M's commercials have a long-running cast of beloved voice actors. I will go round robin from lowest score to highest. You have to try to give me a name of a voice actor, and we'll just kind of go around until nobody can, or if nobody can at all. So last person standing. You just have to give me a name of a voice actor in the commercials. There are some that are current. There are some that have been names in the past. So I'll take any of them. But Stu, I'll go to you first.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to know a single one of these. I can't even think of a voice actor now.
That's okay. Voice actors and actors, but and in other things too. But that's okay. Raylene.
I got nothing.
Okay. Rachel.
Like Mila Kunis?
No, Mila Kunis is not one.
I'm out.
Sydney.
Frank? Is that one?
Good name.
I'm gonna assume you're gonna go with Frank Lloyd Wright, the architect.
Yeah.
No, there's no Frank. I also thought this one might be a little hard. So you have J.K. Simmons, and before that was John Goodman for the Yellow M&M. You have Vanessa Williams. You have David Cross, who is Tobias Funke from Arrested Development.
I had
You
no
have
idea.
SNL alum. He plays the caramel one.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
You have SNL alum John Lovitz and Phil Hartman. You have one voice actor who, after looking up her notables, is Cree Summer, who's I think most notable for playing Susie Carmichael from the Rugrats. And then
gosh.
probably most notable is the voice of Fry from Futurama, that is Billy West.
Oh,
He plays the
wow.
red M&M.
Never
the more
knew
you know.
that.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, back to normal buzzing. Question number 4. In 1995, what color replaced the long-running tan after over 10 million votes were cast by people calling into 1-800-FUN-COLOR?
Rachel.
Rachel.
Green.
Not green.
Darn it. I'm so
Stu.
sure about it.
Stu.
Blue?
It was blue.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice job, Stu.
Thank you.
Yeah, over 10 million people called into 1-800-FUN-COLOR to vote for
Wow.
either pink, purple, or blue to replace tan. Because after
Tan.
Yeah, that
After-
just seems crazy.
after over 50 years, they decided that tan and brown in the same package just was too much. Needed more color.
Like, also, just why?
All right, 2 points to Stu there. Question number 5. M&M's Fruit Chewies were launched in the U.S. in the 1960s after starting as Opal Fruits in the U.K. These sunshine-flavored candies were later developed into what brand?
Rachel.
Rachel.
Skittles?
Not Skittles.
Really?
Raylene?
Just a description of these things sounds really bad. Is it Gushers?
It is not Gushers.
Sydney?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sydney.
Go ahead, Sydney.
Starburst?
It was Starburst.
Nice.
Nice.
The M&M's Fruit Chewies later were developed into Starburst, spun off onto their own kind of branding.
Fruit
Wow.
opals. It's just like
Yeah.
Opals.
that's a marketing nightmare. Like, what were you guys thinking?
All right. Question number 6. Last question of the game. What are the only 3 colors to have stayed consistently in production since day one in 1941 all the way through today? So
Rachel.
I need you to try before I answer, or before you answer, Rachel. I need try to get all 3 colors. I'll give you half a point if you get 2. Rachel,
Wait, I thought we didn't do half
or 1
points.
point. I mean 1 point. Half of the 2.
I'm gonna go with red, yellow, and brown.
I probably should have went all 3. I'll give you
they're
1
pretty
point because you got brown and yellow. Funny enough, red has not always been in production. It was actually not a color used for almost 10 years in the 70s because of fear of carcinogens in the red dye.
Oh.
So the only 3 colors are green, brown, and yellow.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's a just less fun color palette than we have today.
Right?
So I'm really thankful for how M&Ms look now. Because
Boring M&Ms.
yeah, just yellow, green, and brown, just like
And tan. Don't forget
oh
tan.
yeah,
Don't forget tan.
Never forget about tan.
It's
It
like
was-
army.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you're right.
that's where they came from, was
Yeah,
being
that
used.
makes
Oh
in
yeah,
this.
melts in your mouth, not in your hand, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They wanted something that was gonna like hold up to the weather.
Supposedly more so to hold up in the summer. So with the sugar shell, it helped hold up
Mhm.
longer than normal chocolate. Yeah, nice job. That is the end of the game. So nice job, everybody. That was
Yay.
super fun. The scores as I have it are Stu with 6, myself with 8, Raylene with 9, and between a score of 13 to 15, Sydney wins the game.
Nice job.
Nice.
Surprised.
Well done.
Awesome.
think
Thank
knowing-
you.
So great.
I think knowing your murder movies helped out quite a bit.
That's good.
Nice job. That is the end of the game. And each episode, a couple of us give a movie, a game, a pick, or something cool like that we can recommend you check out. And Raylene or Sydney, do you guys have some picks?
I guess my pick is going to be the new campaign for Not Another D&D podcast.
Ooh.
They just released episode 1 and it's been great. If you like some creepy settings, go for it because it's really awesome. Merv, the DM, he's made it like a kind of Bloodborne-esque, like a dark Victorian setting. It's really cool. I'm excited for it.
I'm going to go ahead and second it. I think many, many moons ago, actually, Not Another D&D podcast was my pick on the show. It's one of
I
my
think so.
favorite podcasts in the entire world. We've seen it live. It's
Oh, that's awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, from mostly College Humor alum. Like,
Yeah.
pretty cool
Yeah.
people there. Yeah. Is there a name to this series or whatever?
The place is called Eldermore, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Nice.
Very
Cool.
That's awesome.
So my pick is Lore Olympus. And I found this app that it's called Webtoons, and their top rated story on there is called Lore Olympus, and it's a modern retelling of Hades and Persephone's romance, and it's beautiful artwork, and I find the story pretty compelling and well done. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking that out. The app is free, and there's a lot of chapters already available. So they have 2 seasons.
I feel so relevant
Awesome.
this week because I've also read that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I started that actually. I think I got the app while I was in the airport flying across the world. And I was just so bored and I found that app and I really enjoy them.
Yeah,
they're
I find them
great.
really fun. I've gotten a couple of the different apps and it's nice. Some of them will do music that goes along while you're scrolling through. So it's just a comic size perfectly for your phone. And
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
it's really
The
nice.
art is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking at this for the first time, and the art looks amazing. This seems like a really cool way to kind of learn like a fictionalized history of all of this like different mythology.
Yeah, you get there are some you learn a lot of the names and stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, like what they're the god of and things like that. So, but it's got like a very painter-esque, like watercolor look to the artwork, which I really love.
Nice, that's awesome. It's Lore Olympus, and it's on webtoons.com. That one's really cool. I have a pick. This one I actually found last Halloween and didn't talk about it on the show, but ended up picking it up again just this past week. It is the Stranger Things, the game, mobile game that is on iPad, iOS, and Android. And it sounds weird to say, but this might be like my favorite classic NES game ever. Like it's basically a top-down kind of Zelda-esque, Metroid-esque game, but taking place in the Stranger Things universe. And you basically you start as a character, you go through different parts of the town, into the school, into like the quarry, like all this stuff from the first season of Stranger Things. And along the way, you like get new characters, which give you new abilities to go back and find like secret passageways and the whole thing. So if you're familiar with any of that sort of like old school Zelda-ish kind of top-down game, and to be on like a mobile platform, like a modern platform, it's just like super fast. Just traveling through moves pretty fast, and like it's not kind of sluggish and like beholden to what a game was 30 years ago. It's just super fun. It's probably about 4 or 5 hours to play, to basically beat the game, and probably another hour on top of that to like kind of 100% it. So it's not terribly long, but it's super fun. And like I said, I replayed it this year just for fun, and totally got sucked back into it. Like I said, it's available on iPad, iOS, and Android, and it has like a ton of reviews. Like and it's completely free. It's
Nice.
It was kind of, I guess, financed by Netflix in preparation for the second season. So this came out a couple years ago. And then the developer who makes it is called Bonus XP, which is just some mobile developer, but like it has thousands of very high reviews, and seems pretty well regarded, and I definitely think it lives up to the hype.
This looks really
That's
cool.
Yeah, totally.
I've not heard of that.
Yeah, me either.
I used to play a lot of mobile games, and I've kind of slacked off in the recent years.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's more like a real, like an old school NES game, and of course that's kind of the milieu. Like they want it to look like this classic late 80s kind of thing, but it handles amazing. Like it's a lot of fun. It's a really good kind of puzzle. It's just big enough to kind of explore a lot of different stuff, but and it has like a ton of puzzle elements, and you essentially go into like dungeons, but it's the library and the quarry and the middle school, and those are the dungeons, quote unquote, and the laboratory and stuff like that. So super fun. And that is Stranger Things, the game. And if you find it, like I said, there's tons of ratings of high ratings on it, so totally worth it.
Nice.
But that's it. And if you have a pick of your own that you think listeners would enjoy, or a trivia topic or anything else like that, email it to us at thingsigotwrong@gmail.com. The website is thingsigotwrong.com. Check out all the past episodes, show notes, and more. The next episode will come out around mid-November, so stay tuned for that. And Raylene and Sydney, thanks so much again. Love having you guys on.
Yeah,
This was fun.
We enjoyed it.
Before you go, tell everyone, like, Still Sleeping, what you guys are up to, where to find it, all that stuff.
So, Still Sleeping, it's a podcast where Sydney and I discuss our weird, strange dreams with each other. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play. You can email us your dreams at stillsleepingpodcast@gmail.com, and we will interpret them for you on the podcast professionally.
We are experts.
And you can follow us on Instagram at Still Sleeping Podcast.
Nice. I love the the dream dictionary thing that gets referred to, where it's like, so you brought up that a giant fish was attacking you in this dream, and I looked up giant fish, and it means that
And then also it alternatively means the opposite
Exactly.
of whatever it
Every
told you
time.
every time. So it could really mean anything.
Who knew that giant fish meant that, you're still working out, things from your childhood.
And that's basically like 90% of it. It's just like, it's probably like some repressed emotional issues from when you were a child. Go figure.
Expect some dream emails from me because that's awesome. I didn't know you guys take submissions.
Sweet. Yeah, we would love
send
that.
us all the dreams you want to.
Yeah. We love having listeners send in dreams.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's a great show and it's a lot of fun to listen to. So definitely check out Still Sleeping on iTunes and all that stuff. And thanks again to Stu and Rachel. And until the next Halloween or the next episode, we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.